Welcome to our 5 on 5. You know her as one of the faces of NBC News for 25 years. In addition to being a journalist, she's an author, photographer, philanthropist, and of course, a U of O and an Ashland High School graduate. I'm pleased to be joined today by Ann Curry. Ann, it's an honor to meet you. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today.
You bet, Craig. Great to see you. And also, hello, Oregon.
Wonderful. And I want to start by congratulating you. This month, you're being honored with the Murrow Lifetime Achievement Award from Washington State University's Edward R. Murrow College of Communication. What was your reaction when you were first told about the award?
Well, I am delighted and also humbled, to have my work seen as a reflection of the values of Edward R. Murrow, who represented in his work integrity and courage, and also, I think, empathy and thoughtfulness. And these are all traits that are so hard to find in journalism today, and I think are yearned for to be seen yet again. And my reaction also was to think about the reasons I have even gotten to this moment. I was thinking about Mrs. Hattie Converse at Ashland Senior High School, who led me by the hand to the front office to make sure I applied for college, even though my family couldn't afford it. I'm thinking about the Carpenter Foundation in Medford that gave me a small scholarship, without which I would never have gone to college, much less graduated, much less be in the position now of getting this huge award.
That's wonderful. Thank you for those personal touches that made the difference for you as you grew up. What message will you be sharing with the college students who you, I imagine, will be speaking with and speaking to in the presentation?
Right. It's a wonderful opportunity to try to do, as Kipling wrote in his poem, if you can watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop to build them up with worn out tools. I think that this is a moment when we need to look to nurturing the next generation of young journalists. And so this award is an opportunity for me to essentially do that with the students there in this school that nurtured Edward R. Murrow. So, but I do think that there's a symposium on journalism that I'll be participating in, and I've been doing this actually at other universities. I just taught some seminars at American University, and I speak to students, especially journalism students. I've spoken to them throughout the country, trying to sort of lift what I think is the poor state of journalism today.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with award-winning veteran journalist as well as U of O and Ashland High School grad Ann Curry. And I realize it may be an impossible task, but what project, or maybe even a top 3, do you think has made you most proud of your career?
Oh gosh, that is an impossible question. I think that probably in a nutshell, I would say that it has meant a great deal to me to have accomplished, especially reporting that allows those who are the least among us, those who are unheard, who are not listened to, the underdog, the little person, not little obviously in stature, but in how people perceive him or her. I am proud to have given those people an opportunity to be heard by the largest audience possible. It's why I fought so hard to do humanitarian reporting, to do poverty in America reporting, to do reporting from war zones, and especially about genocide. I think that this is actually the true calling of journalism, which is to reveal us to ourselves, to have us see the deep humanity that exists in us, and to understand each other, to connect with each other. And I think this is the work. This is work that's very hard to do. And it is work that we now need to reinvigorate ourselves to do with verifiable facts, with attribution, in a manner that is unvarnished, so that we can restore trust and the future, not just of journalism, but the future of the highest ideals of our country.
What is your biggest concern about the future of journalism?
I think that journalism is facing an existential threat. Quality journalism is facing an existential threat. Sure, there are wonderful acts of journalism and you can find them in many different places, but they're harder to find. And the reasons for this are many, not the least of which has been the revolution of technology, which has threatened finances and caused organizations to make really poor choices, and specifically the choice towards opinion away from verifiable facts, the choice towards bombastic, eye-rolling kind of material. I think this will end. The public will not put up with it for very much longer. There is a yearning for an Edward R. Murrow again, a yearning for someone who you can trust to tell you the truth. And not just one person, but many. And also, I think that people who are consumers of news are smarter. They recognize when a journalist has poor motivations. They recognize when a news organization is failing. And so they're going to demand higher standards. And I suspect that there is a real possibility that just like a kite can rise higher against the wind than with it, I think that there is a real chance for a rebirth, a renaissance in journalism. And I can tell you it can come none too soon.
I understand you still have family in our region. I want to ask personally, are you ever able to come out to the
I'm
Road
coming out this summer. Absolutely. I have tickets for Shakespeare. I have actually many family members all throughout Oregon. And so, yes, in fact, I may be stopping in after receiving the award in Portland. So, yeah, I sneak in quite often.
Good, wonderful. Okay, well, congratulations again on your Lifetime Achievement Award. It's an honor to have you. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you for your time and the generosity of your questions. Thank you. And I love you, Oregon. Keep strong.
Thank you, Ann. We'll be right back.